So I've seen in some places where they say they can calculate the percentage of how well you do with someone else, or what are your chances of meeting the celebrity or something like that. So I decided, hey, let me have some fun with this, and I want to do a calculation using JavaScript of how compatible I am with Sonia, my wife. All right, hopefully I don't get in trouble with this. But hey, sure, why not? This is a good time to show you guys some fun stuff that you see on the computer and you really think it's some extremely interesting or difficult things, but it's not as bad as you think it is. All right, I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to do a calculation on your compatibility. Great. How do you say that? Compatibility. There we go. With your wife, spouse, fiancé, or whatever. Just for fun, you could do with some ex or something like that. Oh my goodness. God help me. All right, let's have fun with this. So if you want to try this at home, you can easily just go to a Chrome tab, right click in it, and go to inspect. Right. When you go to inspect, you would probably see something more like this where it's showing majority of the front end you're looking at and some funny looking codes on the side. I would drag this because this is primarily where what I want to show you guys. And this is just showing you the computer, what the computer is reading, right? I know we're seeing a design, a fancy website, but these are the codes that are being run on the computer. What I want you to do here for ease, just go to the part that says sources, and I kind of wrote the code I want here. So I'll walk you guys through what I'm doing here. But normally you just go to new snippet and name it. So you can I'll rename this and you just call it like a love calculator, right? Love calculator. The JS. You want to put a JS because it's a JavaScript file, right? And I just hit enter and it's called love calculator. So what you want to do here is um, prompt. You want to tell the computer to ask you for the name, right? So it's gonna be, let's say, prompt, and it's gonna say what is your name, right? So you want to put that, what is your name? I want it to ask for my name. Yeah, of course, why not? So I can feel cool with myself. And there, and pretty much what, and it's dark here. Let's turn that light on. I can see properly. All right, there we go. And then you want to prompt what is your spouse name, right? And wait, is that spouses or spouse? I don't even know how to say that. What is your spouse's name? Spouse. I'm just gonna go with spouse name. Leave me alone on the grammar, please. All right. So in reality, if the computer asks for this and you give it, the computer would not remember. So I want to make sure it remembers it. So I'm gonna store it as a variable. Call that your name, which in this case would be my name, and then I would have another variable that I would call your spouse name. How about that? Yeah, that works too. Yeah. Name, which, yeah, I think that should be fine. So at this point, whenever the computer asks for your name and you put your name, it's going to remember it, or your spouse name. So here's where the fun comes into play. I want to make the calculator, right? So we can, if just for the fun of it, normally um, this is just short code. You don't need to put comments to remind yourself what's going on, but you could comment that out what is going on in here. And in the other option you would have would be like write. So I could write something like the calculator or love calculator, right? And just make it a comment. So if you're looking at the longer code, you can know where to find things, right? And you can see just putting those double lines would make a comment of the first line, and the next thing you write would be codes again. All right, so and I could put here, for example, ask for my name, right? Ask name, something like that. And this is pretty much depending on how you want to do it. This is just on you, but you always want to make it readable where if someone else is looking at your codes, they can figure out what's going on where. All right, so here is love calculator. We want the computer to give us a random number, right? But it's pretty much what love calculators do. They don't know you, they don't know me, they don't know Sonia, so it's not like, ooh, this computer is like, ooh, I know what's going on there. That's really nothing. It's just a random number spewing. So I just have to hope it's gonna give me a good number here so I don't get in trouble with Sonia. All right, so the let's let's do that math dot random, right? So we're just gonna give that the computer this function like to give us a random number. Now this function actually gives us like decimals between 0 and 0.99999, like 16 nines, right? Never gets to 1. So but if we're talking percentage, we're talking between 1 and 100, right? Technically it's 0 and 100, but in this case I want it to be, I don't want 0. I mean, that should not even be an option. So let's make 1 the minimum. I'm just kidding. All right, but yes, let's multiply this by 100 here. So by multiplying this by 100, that means instead of giving me 0.01, it's going to give me 1, right? Instead of giving me 0.1, it's going to give me 10, right? So, and to make sure I can get 100, I'm going to add 1 to this. So, you guys know your math. Hopefully you didn't skip algebra class. I'm just going to add 1 to that. All right, so once again, with this would probably end up giving me like 1.999. I mean, 100.999. That's an option, but I don't want that. I want 100 to be maximum. Not to say I don't want my love to be more than 100. I'm just saying let's stick to as much math we could here. But first of all, let's make sure the computer remembers this. So I'm gonna call this what, compatibility. Yeah, let's call it. Let's make sure it's a variable var, and I'm gonna call it love comp. Let's call it love comp, like love compatibility. All right, so because I don't want it being like 100.999, and I don't even want the 999 percentage, it doesn't look sexy. I want it to be just like integers. So I'm gonna like round this, and I want to round it down, as opposed to just generally rounding up or down. So I'm gonna call this love comp. Let's see, RD, like round. So, and what I'm doing with this is I'm going to give the computer another command, which is the flow. And the flow is like, you have math.round, which could round up or down like you do in your normal math. But math.flow is saying it should always round down. So if you have 5.9, it's going to give you 5. If you have 5.1, it's going to give you 5, right? So, and we have math.ceil as well, which we're not going to look into, which is pretty much for the ceiling. All right, so what I want to round here would be the love comp, right? So once we do all that math, I want to give it that. And with this, technically your love calculator is ready to go, right? This is pretty much what we need. Now here's where it gets interesting. What do we want to do with this? We already created the calculator, which is very straightforward. It's just going to give us random stuff in percentage. So I wanted to computer response, something like that. I'm not feeling like the right words today, so I'm just gonna go with what I have. All right, so, and let's call that computer response. And so let's do a statement. So we have if or else statement. We have different statements, but the common and most powerful one I should say, is if or else statement. All right, so since I just want two conditions less than 50% or above 50%, so there'll be no extra conditions in here, which there are ways we could go about that. But just for simplicity here, we'll do if or else. So the condition says if what? We're gonna say my love comp, rounded. If it's less than 50, what should it tell me, right? So this is the part where I'm just gonna go ahead and write that, and I want it to give me an alert. I want it to alert me and say, what should it say? It should say something like, you need help, bro. Well, you need to step up your A game. How about that? Yeah, I think that should work. I think that's what I was thinking along. So this is string, so I have to put it in like that, and then plus, and actually I wanted to tell, I want it to be more like serious, right? Like something like, what on earth? Like, what on Mother Earth? All right, let's try to emphasize that, because that's some serious issue right there. what on Mother Earth, and I wanted to call my name because like I'll mention my name because that's some serious stuff, right? So what on Mother Earth space, and I'm gonna concatenate here, which in JavaScript we use the addition sign for that. And remember your name, that's a variable. I'm pretty much putting that in because that's how it's gonna know it's my name. That should be your, not you name. All right, your name. So I think I'm liking this. So it's gonna say what on earth Tapo, and I should probably put some exclamation at the end of that because it's serious. All right. So and then you should tell me you need to step up your A game, right? Something like that. And I kind of would like for it to tell me why I need to step up my A game in case my love compatibility is low, right? So, and then it goes ahead and says something like, actually, you need to step up your A game. I can continue with that. What on earth, Tapo? You need to step up your A game. Your love compatibility. I think that's how to say that here. With wait, all right, so the computer doesn't know my wife's name is Sonia yet, so let's just put that variable there, your spouse name. Okay, and now I wanted to tell me what the percentage is, right? And that's gonna be is, and this is where it also tells me what the percentage is, which the variable in this case would be love comp rounded, right? And I wanted to say it's in percentage as well, so let's concatenate another percentage in there. All right, and I think that looks good. So let me read that. So if it's less than 50, it should say what on earth, what on Mother Earth Tapo. You need to step up your A game, your love compatibility with. All right, let's put some space in there because it's just gonna put my name next to it. Wait, Sonia is this percent. All right, so I think that looks good, right? And the other condition will be else, right? If that doesn't, if it's not less than 50, else. You don't need to like put any conditions for that. So in this case, I'm just gonna copy this a lot here. Again, try not to do a lot of copying and paste when you code. But this is just a lot that I want to replicate most of it. So I just want to replicate your love compatibility with your spouse is this deal. So it's just this part I want to change. So what should it say again? It should say something like, you got game. You got game. So yeah, you got game, Japo. Okay, I'm feeling that. You got game. No need for comment there. You got game, Japo. You you need to step up your game now. In fact, let it say we all need to learn from you. All right, I'm liking this. All right, I think at this point we're really good to go. Everything should be good to go. I don't see any errors anywhere. And I'll copy this so you guys don't necessarily have to type it, but for the fun of it, you can test out things and see what's going on there. All right, so let's see. Let's run this. Keep my fingers crossed. Make sure I'm not gonna get in any trouble. I think this should be good. All right, make sure everything is fine, 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 fine. All right. Now let's do this and enter. All right, what's my name? Let's spice this up. I'm gonna call myself Hot Dark Chocolate. Ooh, yeah. Oh, Jesus, help me. All right, what's your spouse name? All right, she's gonna be Sexy Cookie. All right, and I want to put her name there, right, so that you guys don't get confused, right? There's only one Sexy Cookie, so yeah. Actually, I call her Sony. So Sexy Cookie Sony. How about that? Yeah, that's how I roll. All right, now here's the part where I keep my fingers crossed, and this better not give me something bad. I'm gonna be upset. No, actually, I'll be in trouble. More so like it. Go for it. Okay. No, 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 no. What a mother. All right, no, no, no. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to do that all over again. Let's run this again. What is wrong with this computer? Hot dark chocolate. I'm still going to be a hot dark chocolate. All right, how about that? Spouse name, Sexy Cookie. Sony. All right, please give me something good. Please, come on. Ah, that's still low. It says I got game. 60% is not really much of a game. All right, let's try it one more time. And I hope it gives me something really high. Hot dark chocolate. Ooh. Sexy Cookie Sunny. Oh my, why is this getting worse? This computer sucks. I probably should break this computer. Oh no, it's too expensive. All right, one last time. I'm gonna go with HTC because that's how we roll. And SC, actually, let's do that. Okay, Sony. All right, please give me something good. Ah, all right. So, if anything you guys have learned from this is computers don't know what the heck they're talking about. All right, because I think yeah, our love compatibility should be much higher, right, Sony? When if you're watching this, Sony, please you understand that this is just for tutorial purposes only. All right, thanks for bearing with me. All right, guys, but that's it. That's fun. Hopefully, I would see you guys next time. And if I think of something else that's fun, expect to see a video. All right, have a wonderful day.